So let's check this one out. This is a Sunny V2. Sunny V2 video, the saddest moments in YouTube history. Which by saddest, I'm guessing meaning pathetic. So should be interesting. And for Ricky, hello. Rave, you get a block for that dad joke. Right, let us check out saddest moments in YouTube history.
From Jake Paul to Joe Rogan, these are YouTube's saddest moments, with Linus Tech Tips starting our list with this iconic livestream. He was supposed to be celebrating 10 million subs, yet Linus began the stream with a pretty somber tone.
So yeah, I don't know how it all happened. I've got this following of literally 10 million, and it kind of feels like luck sometimes. I'm probably more like you guys than you realize.
He'd talk about the pressure his work put on his family.
I mean, every time my wife would ask me, how long do we need to keep doing these kinds of hours? Like, how long do we need to keep pushing like this before we can just back off and like have a life? I started with, hey, look, I'm gonna slow down when we have kids. And I said, hey, thanks for basically soloing our first kid. Tell you what, I'll slow down when we have a second one. And then I said I'd slow down when they're old enough to remember that daddy was always working. And then I said I'd slow down when they got to the age where they really need parent involvement to help them with their homework or their sports club or whatever else.
With a story about Make-A-Wish, then bringing Linus to tears.
I had a pretty life-changing experience a little while ago. The kid in question was too sick to travel, and they asked if I could record a personalized video for him. So I picked up my phone, I pointed at myself, and I just tried to think of something to say, and I couldn't. And I looked at their guidelines, and it had just the most useless stuff in it. It was like, be upbeat, and don't talk about death.
Jeez.
It's just like, this kid's 12. He's like dying of leukemia. Like, what?
Wow.
The last thing I can do right now is be upbeat. The only thought going through my head is like, everyone and everything I know is gonna die. All I could see in the
Oh my god, this would kill me. This would just kill me. To be in his position, to have to make this video, I'm tearing up just thinking about it. Like, this would absolutely just kill me if, if I were to receive something from Make-A-Wish, not that I'm going to, but if I were in his position where I am a very popular content creator and I receive something from Make-A-Wish where a child dying of cancer. Shit. Oh, shit. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could ever do it without crying the entire time. It would be so heartbreaking. That must have been so incredibly difficult for him. Incredibly difficult for him.
photo album with my kids. The whole thing made me question why I'm doing this.
Ironically, the thumbnail became a viral meme, leading to comments such as, "Came for the memes left with emotions, I'm not crying, I'm just water cooling my eyes," and "Where men cried." 9. Bradley Martyn.
And I think that also may have led to why Linus stepped down as CEO of LTT. And basically he stepped down from being CEO and focused on basically being, I think, creative director or something. So he was not basically bogged down with the business side of it. Because he did step down as CEO and took on a different role within it.
Lost his dad at the age of only 6, which is understandably something he struggles to talk about.
That's the thing, when I think about my dad.
Although the saddest example was during his podcast with Tyler Perry.
I don't want to cry. But why would you even hold it? However it feels, you should let it out. Don't do that, man. Let it out how it comes.
Brad was thanking Tyler for some advice he'd given earlier.
People get so caught up at where they're at and in the moment of like the negative and the darkness and the evil, and they don't see the light. It wasn't as simple as what I thought it was then, which was my father didn't love me.
Yeah.
And I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
And I built up so many walls and who I was. It's crazy looking back now how much it affected even my personal relationships, my intimate relationships, my relationships with my family, friends, everything.
And was able to end the moment with an excellent silver lining.
Everything that we go through, every hardship, every downfall is going to be a new opportunity to learn and to grow and to become better.
8. Joe Rogan. On
Oh, crap. I don't know how much of me will react to this. I'm practically in tears. Oh. I did not realize this was going to be an episode that's going to make me cry. Oh.
episode 1123 of the Joe Rogan Experience, he and Kevin Smith were talking about their pets when Joe passively mentioned he saw a veterinarian cry.
He's the only vet I've ever had cry with me.
Over what animal?
I had a puppy that had distemper. Man, the puppy just, after like a couple of days of being at the house, would have these seizures, like violent seizures. And then towards the end, it was having them all day long.
As a result of the dog's condition, it had to be put down.
I held the dog, I placed him down, I gave him a kiss, I said goodbye. And he put the needle in.
Shit. Shit. Oh shit. It's just like with my cat. Oh shit. Oh god. I had to do the same thing, but my cat died. Oh god. Oh. Oh god. Yeah, I hope you got a participation for this one, chat.
Really unsure of myself. I got bullied pretty bad.
And thought that starting YouTube would help to keep him safe.
If I can make them laugh, then they're not gonna hurt me.
However, Lofe struggled to find success.
For a while, it was just terrible, nothing was happening.
I'm okay.
I would be embarrassed when people would ask me what I did.
Even feeling like a failure in the presence of his parents.
My parents have never understood
Kojo, thank
the
you for the
YouTube
follow.
thing. That's probably the hardest part, because it's just every kid wants to make their parents proud. You know what I mean?
Since then, however, Lofe has found massive success, recently announcing he was able to buy a house.
And I was able to buy it 100% with cash, which was also a big goal of mine.
6.
Why?
Syndicate. Similar to Linus, Syndicate was part of the Make-A-Wish program, being chosen by a kid named Alec for them to spend a day together. This resulted in a video titled Making His Wish Come True, in which they flew in a helicopter and became extremely close.
Give me a high five. Did you enjoy the helicopter ride then?
Syndicate inspired Alec to open his own channel.
Hi everybody. Thank you so much for over 200 subscribers already. That's pretty crazy.
However, just 43 days later, Syndicate made a tragic announcement.
They gave me permission to be able to let you guys know that, unfortunately, he did lose his battle, and now he's in a better place because he really wasn't in a good spot. So, thank you so much.
5. Cenat. Kai was trying to become Twitch's most subscribed streamer, setting a goal of 80,000 to overtake XQC. When he'd reached the milestone in late 2022, he almost couldn't handle it.
80,000 is crazy. Bro, 80,000 is crazy.
But getting a supportive call from his mum sent Kai over the edge.
Hold on, my mom calling me.
Congratulations, son.
Thank you.
You're #1. And we watching and we're so proud of you, everybody. Babe, I love you so much.
Oh, he's shaking.
I'm so proud of you.
He's shaking.
You're #1. And you my son. And I'm so happy to be your mom. And I just want to let the world know that you've been working hard like this for a long time. So only now know
This is sweet.
just finding out.
This is really sweet.
He's a grinder every day, every night.
You number one and you my son, and I'm proud to be your mum. Man, straight tears right there. For Matthew Santoro, Nicole Arbor was his girlfriend, and they seemed like a healthy YouTube couple. However, 4 months after separating, Matthew uploaded a video titled My Abuse Story.
Oh,
It's not something people ever talk about, but I feel compelled to because I was in an abusive relationship.
He began by explaining that Nicole was very...
You know about this big dog? I don't know about this guy, so I have no idea. I mean, obviously I get a big hint by that title that she was abusive to him. I know nothing about it. Hopefully Sunny will go into this a little bit as far as the details.
Very controlling.
This individual that I was with was extremely jealous. I had to cut every female out of my life out of social media, delete every number out of my phone.
Before adding he'd been hit by her in the middle of an argument.
This person prevented me from leaving their home and said, "You're not going anywhere." At which point I was hit in the face.
This caused Matthew to break down crying.
And it's something that men never talk about because we're made to believe that we're supposed to be strong. And I never talked about it because I thought that no one would believe me, no one would give a shit.
Leading to one of the
It's horrific. But what he just said is unfortunately a reality. And it shouldn't be. It should not be. Men to be victims of domestic violence and domestic abuse just like women can. And it is a horrible, absolutely horrible and disgusting stereotype that men cannot be victims of domestic abuse or domestic violence. That is a bunch of thick-skulled Neanderthal thinking assholes that think that way. And this is the result, is you have people that have no one that will believe them and feel trapped. And I do not even want to think about how many of these victims have either contemplated or gone through with self-deletion. Because they know that no one is going to support them. Nobody's going to back them up. Nobody's going to help them. It's horrific. Absolutely horrific. I mean, and right, it's not even a societal double standard. This is like the very dark side of stereotyping. Extremely dark side of stereotyping. Yeah, I mean, if you are ever in a situation where you are a victim of domestic abuse or domestic violence, I do not give a fuck what your race, creed, gender, identity, none of it. I don't give a shit about any of it. Get help. It does not. All the rest of that stuff does not matter. If you are a victim of domestic violence or domestic abuse, get help. And if someone approaches you saying that they are a victim of domestic violence or domestic abuse, you never flat out ignore them just because of all the stuff I listed before. Exercise a reasonable amount of caution because, yes, there are a disgusting amount of false accusations out there, unfortunately. Unfortunately. But at least listen. At least listen to them. At least take it seriously. Take it seriously, and if they need help, get them help. For God's sake. And yeah, well, Shadowclaw, I have an issue with therapists in general. I really do. I have a problem with therapists in general because of my own personal experience with them, in that they did not. I've been to therapy before. I have. I did not have a great childhood. Through no fault of my family or anything. My family is fucking wonderful. My family is wonderful. I had a really, really tough time growing up as a child. through like my teenage years. And I was in therapy. Every single time I've been in therapy, it has been fucking useless. Absolutely fucking useless. And that's why I have an issue with therapists. You know, people have said to me in the past, you just haven't found one that works for you. No, that's not what it is. It's therapists. Yeah. Therapists do not really give you solutions, or if they or they give you solutions to problems you do not have. So I have found absolutely no use for any therapist I've ever seen. It has been an absolute waste of time, and it's been, in some cases, a waste of money.
I don't trust shrinks. Had to deal with a terrible one after my passed away. She worked as a counselor at my school and was shit.
Yeah, it's... Anyway, I'm gonna move on from this particular topic, but yeah, I completely understand why he is having such a tough time. Hi, Devo. Well, you've been gifted a sub because my chat has gifted so many subs. They've gifted more subs than there are people in the chat. So new people that come in, congratulations, you get gifted a sub just for visiting. You're welcome. Sweet sub. Just for coming.
Saddest videos ever uploaded to YouTube.
There's people that love you, and you don't need to be in that relationship. You don't need to be with someone that hates you and uses you and manipulates you to do everything that they want.
3. Jake Paul. In late 2019, Jake announced he was basically quitting YouTube to train for a boxing match he'd scheduled against Anderson Gibb. The fight became his sole focus for almost half a year, and while he would eventually win, Jake revealed on
No, Debo, you are absolutely not being targeted by a Nigerian VTuber princess. No, it's just my chat is, my community is unbelievably generous. When it comes to gifted subs, they are unbelievably generous, and they tend to gift more subs than there are people in the chat. So they kind of just sit there waiting for someone new to come in, and when someone new comes in, hey, congratulations, you just get a sub just for joining the chat. So I hope you enjoy yourself.
On Logan's podcast, his life felt meaningless after.
Like, I win the fight, right? That was my sole focus and purpose. All of a sudden, I get back to LA by myself, like sitting.
Jesus gifted 10 subscriptions to the community.
Cosmic, thank you. Thank you so much, Cosmic, for 10 gifted. See, this is what I'm talking about. You guys are so good to me. You guys are so great to me. Thank you very much. And if you happen to have just received one from Cosmic, please make sure you say thank you. Oh, everything seems fine on my end.
In the fucking room, and I'm like, what do I do?
In addition to feeling directionless, Jake explained he was dealing with 4 different lawsuits.
And then I wake up the next day, have a phone call like with my lawyers for one of the lawsuits for literally like something I did not do. And it goes back to like people just like attacking Jake Paul and like wanting to see me fail for literally like fucking nothing. Like, they're suing me for something I didn't do. Like,
Okay. I'm not overly familiar with Jake Paul. I have not followed Jake Paul at all. Does anybody have any idea what lawsuits he's talking about here? When Sunny was saying he had 4 different lawsuits pending during this time, does anybody know what the lawsuits were about? Because I have no clue. Okay. I was just wondering, like, for context. I was trying to get a little bit of context because this is true that has happened. Okay. Yeah, I was just no, that's Logan, not Jake. Yeah, the crypto bullshit, that's Jake, not Logan. The other brother, not this brother, it's the other brother. So, okay, I was just curious. No. That was, I think that was that Logan who did that? Yeah, that was Logan who did that, not Jake. Yeah, so this is Jake Paul we're looking at right now. Logan's the one that really fucked up. Logan is fucked up a lot. Jake, I don't think, has fucked up as much.
On God, and then
you're good. Take a break. Take a break.
Yeah, take a breather. We can sit for a second.
Which consumed not only his life, but his family's as well.
My mom is like spending hours of her day when she's retired. She's in Hawaii, and they're like, "Yo, your son has to pay this." Like, it just like so stupid.
2. DanTDM. Dan's dog Ellie was a staple in his videos ever since he got her back in 2013.
Oh no.
She helped Dan film reaction videos, fashion shows, and even Minecraft content, stealing the hearts of up to 30 million viewers. So when he'd upload a video titled Goodbye Ellie, Dan and his audience were totally devastated.
Yesterday, unfortunately, Ellie died.
He'd explain exactly how Ellie passed.
Stings even more because she went in for an infected tooth, so she had to go in for an operation, and she just didn't wake up. Just before we got the phone call that happened, we were planning like how we were gonna work out picking her up when when our operation is finished, and then you just get hit with that.
Calling the loss one of his most difficult challenges.
Oh
I know
Jesus.
it's a dog, but for us, it's like
No. No. It is not just a dog. It is not. But I can think of very few people that would say it's just a dog. I can think of very few people that would say that. Everyone knows it's not just a dog. Everyone knows this. Oh shit.
it's a member of our family, and I'm very lucky. I haven't had a lot of loss in my life, so this is probably the one that's been the hardest. Like, my heart literally hurts.
1. Theo Von and Sean Strickland. There's been many a sad moment on Theo Von's podcast.
Oh yeah, dude. We cry on here every week. Sorry, dude. Yeah,
That's beautiful. Yet few compare to episode number 476. Theo and Sean began discussing their childhoods.
I used to always sleep in my mom's room.
Hugs Ember,
Yeah.
hugs chat. We're gonna need an uplifting react after this one.
I mean, I've already anticipated that. I have. And, Becky, you're goddamn right. Tell that to John Wick.
Because I thought my dad was gonna kill my mom. So like I would like sleep by the door. I'd sleep
To
under.
make sure she was all right.
Yeah, I'd sleep under the bed. You know, I'd sleep by the door.
Yet Sean couldn't finish his story as it was simply too traumatic.
I remember when I stopped believing in God, man. Like I had fucking yeah, it's crazy, shit, dude.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bud.
So, man.
I'm sorry, buddy.
That's all good, dude.
We don't have to talk, man. I can just sit here with you for a minute. I can just sit here. We can just sit here.
It's all good, dude. Just take a second, just process it.
Leading Theo to comfort him by offering his own story.
I remember being so scared when I was a kid. Like I was saying, like I remember hearing that like animal pizza when another animal wouldn't come. So I would stand up on my bed at night and I would pee around my bed in a circle because I was afraid that things were gonna get me.
Shit, who were you afraid? Like any particular? Just
everything. I mean, I was just afraid of everything.
Oh, shit. Wow. I was not expecting that. I went in expecting to rage because when I said the saddest moments, I thought this was in reference to like, oh, this YouTuber is so sad for doing this. I did not think he meant actually cry your eyes out sad. Fuck, Sunny. You baited me.